Dreamside, a game which is currently #1 in terms of popularity in online players and users. Basically, this is a national game that everyone has tried at once. Idols, politician, actors, there are no one who does not know about the game. Player K is #1 player in ranking. Nobody dares to try achieve this rank, which is his reality, but after server shutdown, everyone is waiting for Dreamside 2 to be released, and today is releasing day of the game. But don't know why in front of him is a system window appeared. About 30 minutes ago he completed a order with express delivery as always, but in hurry he spam clicked pre-order of Dreamside 2, then the lift stopped suddenly and he can't get a signal to get help. Also, emergency service is also not available. That's when he got this system notification which looks similar as game, and there is a button which is begging him to be pressed. A game addict like him could not resist this, and after pressing the button, he receives a quest to escape from the lift within a minute. But upon failure he will die. He thinks for a game to be threatening with death penalty is a bit too much, but to his surprise, out of nowhere, parasites start to appear in the lift, after which we hear a loud screaming sound, loud enough to scare the little dog and lady outside the building. Somehow he is able to escape and completes the quest. As a reward he receives a long sword, and good thing is that parasites are not coming out of the lift. Just when he thinks he gone crazy with game effect, he is attacked by a goblin. It hurts him so much and his health also decreases upon receiving the blow. Now he realizes that this is not a game but reality. He need to find a way out, but not sure how he can. What if he get hit again? His HP is below half. He is sure scared by this. In a game you have a chance, but if it becomes reality, it's totally different. He is scared and doesn't want to die. His fear overcomes his sight because that goblin is a kinda cute if you look closely. Just when he was distracted, goblin attacked once again, which he manages to avoid. But with that brute force, if he get a hit, it's the dead end for him. He is sure he can outrun goblin, but there is a barrier, and system informs him this is a tutorial type quest and he cannot leave the area. There is no way out from goblin. He need to complete the quest anyhow. Goblin throws his hammer to smash his head, but he dodges in time. He's shocked to see the strength of the goblin and realizes the severity of the situation. Just when goblin charges towards him, he gets system notification. His account has been linked and he receives server shutdown rewards. He received the rewards as per his game account and achievements. The awards exceeds the player's level greatly, and there are some adjustments are made by system. He doesn't know what happened, but somehow his fear is gone. He is more calm than ever and he can feel the strength building up in his body. Goblin approaches him, but this time it's different. He can feel the difference. Now the chances of his losing is 0. Goblin wants to finish his business, but now our hero has a upper hand. By reading his movements he attacks with all his might. Goblin loses his life hanged on the sword and disappears in thin air. But it's not over yet. If this is a tutorial type quest, then he must face all the goblins and complete the quest. He is ready to complete the quest in order to get out from this designated area. Using his sword and skills he is killing all the goblins which appears. He exceeded the limits of this quest, and upon killing all the monster of 13th floor hammer goblin despises him. He obtained the rewards for completing the quest. This is reality, not a game. He is calm because of reward he received previously, and if this is like game, he opens his stats window just by saying, "Wheel." This is a good thing, he don't need to type anymore. His stats are not high, but more importantly he received a S-rank skill, Heavenly Body. Why he received a skill which took a month or more to obtain in the game by continuous grinding, he wonders. Downside is that this skill is partially available and restricted due to his low level. He received this skill as a reward for server shutdown. Back then a poll was hosted at their homepage and he selected Heavenly Body as a reward. Dreamside was popular game but considered as a shitty game. The reason this game was failed due to extreme difficulty. You have to type each and every command every time when you cast a spell. Due to this, more and more new players quits the game as they are unable to adjust this. But the reason why this game was shit was different. If you died 3 times in the game, your character will be deleted. This is why there are very few advanced players or remain in the game. Top 12 players are deemed as inhuman. Among the players they were considered as a god tier users, also known as the ones above the heaven, and he was at the top with #1 player in the game. After 5 years the server are taken down. That's when he selected the Heavenly Body as a reward for server shutdown. But he didn't expected to receive the reward like this. He thinks he could have selected the mythical item or something like that. His skill is partially locked and he can only use the portion of it. No wonder he felt natural to wield the sword even though he never tried it once. There are 2 more rewards which he will receive later in the game, as those rewards are available after further in the game, and this is initial stage. Now the second quest appears in front of him. It is also tutorial type quest, but 5 or 6 wave of monster will appear and he need to clear the quest in 10 minutes. And also boss of the dungeon will be appearing in this quest. Now we are shown a girl is about to leave somewhere, not aware of the situation. As she was about to leave, suddenly a monster appears in front of her, At same time monsters are appearing in random locations in the building and nobody knows what is happening. People are panicking by sight of monster. It is already started and he can hear the screaming from the building. This is really bad. If this is like the game, then monster will appear one after another, same like in dungeon. More people are going to die at this rate. This is due to the phenomenon known as dungeonization, where monster swarms the area. This was the system in the game. However, this building is turned into dungeon, then if you are not a player you don't have a chance against those monsters. He is thinking what should do now. He cleared the 13th floor, which means he can escape to the roof, but he will leave a corpse of people behind. Just clearing the 13th floor is not enough. In order to stop the monsters he need to clear the dungeon. He thinks to use the same portal from which monsters are coming to locate the dungeon boss. Using his skill to calm himself, he enters the portal and transported to the basement. He almost got caught in the process but hides in last moment. Monsters are using multiple portal to enter floors. In order to stop them he need to locate the boss. He locates the giant dungeon boss who looks like a aged Hulk. In order to defeat this dungeon boss he has a secret. Right when there is 1 minute left to before it becomes full dungeon, boss will have a shortness of breath. In the last minute all the monsters will have the shortness of breath and boss monster will stop his movements. Many players use this moment to level up and he was one of them. But it will work here too. This was not expected. First he need to distract small fries, and to do this, he applied a skill that turns goblin into rage mode and they will lose the sense of direction. Just when he was impressed by his mind and lost in thoughts, dungeon boss attacks him, which he manages to avoid. This monster is moving forcefully and before it can move or more he takes care of the boss monster by cutting his head. Today's weather should have been same as usual, but today is different. Street is filled with dead bodies. Around 6 a.m. this incident was happened in the city and in just 10 minutes took over the entire continent. Because of that, internet was filled with monsters footage. Everyone denies this until news media reported. Choi Hana, a famous idol, also sees the footage from internet, but her colleagues are denying this by claiming it is a CGI. But she is sure this monster footages are from the game Dream Side. She gets panic after seeing live footage of the monster attacking people and killing them. She is country's best and famous singer and songwriter. She is all-rounder idol who performed in dramas, movies and advertising media. Her manager informs that all scheduled programs are cancelled. According to her, it's because of the game becoming a reality. Manager also does not believe the footage like others and accuses her for being a game addict. Hana's other secret was she loves to play Dream Side game. Among the top players there was a gunner who used guns with very proficiency, also known as Magic Bullet Gunner Clark. Just when she caught by her fans she used a voice changer. Also she picked a middle-aged male character. That's why no one knows the real identity of Clark, but now there will be no need to hide this fact. But the manager does not believe all this and took her phone. Just when he was scolding her for acting like a child, ground is shaking and they falls on the ground. She takes advantage of this and takes back her phone to link her account with Dreamside 2. She successfully logged in and received Magic Gun as a reward. She was surprised to find this was real and she definitely looks beautiful with a gun. Manager warns her to watch out as a monster from Portal is coming out. She is full of confidence that this school monster will be killed with one shot. But gun is not working. Along with monster she was also freezes at this moment. But is persistent, it will take some time to synchronized. But monster is not ready to wait and starts chasing her, which she avoids with her flexibility. Midst of all this synchronization is complete, and with just one shot she puts a hole in the monster. Mind of her manager is gone to other realms as he can't understand what's going on. She leaves him on the ground and headed to meet our main protagonist. He is standing next to monster corpse after defeating him. Monster disappears with the flashy effects but the blood and damage remain same. Finally a portal is opened and he was waiting for this to appear. The labyrinth of choice. The last stage of tutorial, and after completing all the stage of this labyrinth you'll get a skill, and he is ready to complete this stage once again.